Bouvier Beale and her adult daughter Edith are living in squalid conditions at an East Hampton estate known as Grey Gardens. The house that once played host to Howard Hughes and the Rockefellers is now a refuge for 52 stray cats, a few rabid raccoons, and its 2 reclusive inhabitants, all living in an environment the health department calls unfit for human habitation. Mrs. Onassis described the situation as a private family matter, and so we're left to ponder. How could American royalty fall so far, so fast?
I found it, Mother darling. I found your old record. She is the girl who has everything. She has the world on a string. Isn't it wonderful? God, aren't you just mad about this old tune?
I was very serious about my singing. I loved it. Recorded it in 1941.
Mother darling, where are you going?
Out on the porch with the kitties. They just adore the sun. You know how kitties are. We have some of the most beautiful kitties in the world. I just want to elope with them. Put them in a basket and elope with them.
Mother, please, you mustn't show yourself like that. It annoys the neighbors.
Oh, it does not.
And the summer people. They roll down their car windows and snap Polaroids.
I've got nothing to hide.
No, they've read about us in the checkout line at the A&P. Our picture right alongside Elizabeth Taylor's drinking problem.
Oh, Elizabeth Taylor. Here, kitty.
They're calling us cat ladies. And our house, they're saying Grey Gardens is a public eyesore.
Grey Gardens is one of the most renowned homes in America.
As pure as the
morning
is reborn.
Reborn, taming a unicorn. She is the girl who has everything.
Remember, you sang this song for me. I was the girl who had everything once.
That's ancient history.
Yeah,
Put your camera
everything
down.
minus the ring.
I don't think people should get married. I don't believe in it at all.
If you can't get a man to propose to you, you might as well be dead.
I'd take a dog over a man any day.
You lived, I never lived.
Oh, you liked your dancing. You were very good at that. And you had music all the time. She is the girl who has everything. Talent and beauty sublime.
The crowds and the clamor, aroused by her glamour, will fade like the echo of a chime. She's the girl who has everything but
Why, Mother darling, what a charming song.
the gift of music for your special day. Gould and I were up all night composing it. We have ourselves our very own maestro, haven't we, Edie?
It's almost too much, truly. Promise you won't perform it for anyone but me.
Edie, what do you mean?
Well, it's awfully grand, isn't it? The girl who has everything. Honestly, what would people think?
Beale residence. One moment, please. Ma'am, the florist is on the line.
I'll take it in the kitchen. Come along, Gould. We best get you something to eat. Bloody Marys do not a breakfast make.
Oh, is it morning?
Miss Beale, congratulations. It isn't every day that a young lady gets to celebrate her own engagement.
Brooks, please tell the truth. At the party today, Mother's not planning to sing, is she?
Not if your father has anything to say about it.
Remember my cotillion? When she stopped the party cold and performed all 3 arias from Faust?
Yes.
My graduation tea. Carmen with a rose in her teeth and a lace mantilla. And my birthday when she danced Salome and ruined all my Hermes scarves. Wouldn't it be an odd thing, Brooks, if on your death certificate it actually said that you died of shame?
Oh, Miss Beale. Will Mr. Kennedy want a breakfast tray in his room?
for heaven's sake, I almost forgot. I promised him to walk to the beach. If life were a book, then today would mark your chapter. Out of great gardens into my own life. A guide to adore me, a whole world before me. The girl has everything is free.
Brooks, I'd kill for a nice piece of fruit right about now. Say a lemon wedge or a twist of lime.
Your morning pick-me-up, sir?
You, sir, are a man of boundless compassion.
Brooks? Oh, Brooks. I just had the most harrowing chat with Mr. Gregory. He promised me roses, gardenias, and pansies, and now he says there isn't a pansy from Cook to Shinnecock.
He's lying, trust me.
He promised Stacy's instead. See that he stays true to his word.
I'll be sure that you have them, ma'am. Now, about Mr. Beale. Surely he's arriving for the party this evening.
Well, I should say so. He's announcing his daughter's engagement. Wall Street will have to do without him for the day. Mr. Beale thinks making money matters more than a restful family summer by the shore. But unless some act of God divine derails the New York Montauk line, he's arriving on the 5:15.
Then I'll have a car waiting at the station.
Well, look how handsomely it's typeset. A musical recital in honor of Miss Edith V.A. Beale and Mr. Joseph Patrick Kennedy Jr., the 12th of July, 1941. Won't Edie be tickled pink?
Oh, she'll be stumped.
It's not fair. Jackie won't let me ride her civic car.
But Aunt Edie's too young. Her finger is disturbed and she can't even canter.
Jackie, lovely, where have you been? Saratoga? And Lee, you're a tribute to dirt.
You're going to sing today, aren't you?
Girls, make yourself useful. Go out to the garden. Pick yourself some pretty little nosegays for the park.
Sing for us now.
Please.
Good heavens. What's first on the bill? Indian love call?
The mysterious Orient.
Hit it! Pretty itty bitty geisha, delicate and small and sweet, kneeling on tatami, making origami, hobbling on her poor bound feet. Woo! Pretty itty bitty geisha, hiding all her foolish pride. Let your auntie Edith finish her rehearsal. Take your silly self outside. Scoops! Utter terrors, those two.
I just adore children, especially grown ones.
And the caterer's here.
Put the chafing dishes on the garden ledge. Once the gardener has finished with the hedge, chill the dishes, say heat the veal, and wish me luck, cause Mr. Beale is arriving on the 5:15. What time is it?
11:30.
Oh, good lord. 1 o'clock, set the chairs and the tables. 2 o'clock, raise the big white tent. 3 o'clock, Reginaldo does our hair.
That sounds promising.
4 o'clock, hang the Japanese lanterns. 5 o'clock, mix the champagne punch.
In comes out the peony.
Pink umbrellas for the daiquiris.
The ambassador and Rose will tour the grounds. Like a spread from house and garden, she expounds.
How nouveau riche.
How the piano tuned and moved outdoors by cocktail hour. Mind not tours and restrict yourself to grenadine. Cannot be slaughtered at 5:15.
Beale residence. Please hold. Ma'am, it's the lady from the Hamptons B.
Why, hello, Margaret. That's right, 5:30. Why, everyone's slipping up creme de Park Avenue and the creme de Hyannis. Well, the press table's going to be awfully crowded, but if you don't mind sharing a folding chair with Popper's Bazaar. Say, good heavens, no, it's Edie's day, not mine. Although people can be so persistent. Twist my arm, blackmail me, threaten my very life, and who knows, you might get a verse of something. That's right.
1 o'clock.
Stake the troop hydrangeas.
2 o'clock.
Fill the lotus pond.
3 o'clock.
Lock the cat up in its room.
Oh, poor kitty. 4 o'clock.
Glaze the salmon in aspic.
5 o'clock.
Crack the crab on ice with the privet pruned and manicured. My daughter's future well assured. Green gardens will be decked out in its prime.
Bright as a Liberty guy.
Little Edie will be here with Joe and
1941.
A beast that's up in Bridgehampton.
Oh, perhaps I've overspent a bit. The man who's gonna pay for it is arriving on the phone.
Now, about those daisies.
What would we ever do without you, Brooks?
What a beautiful ocean destiny. A sort of sapphire.
It's her, the darling of the day, the pearl of the South Fork, the apple of New York, that carefree descendant of beauty, resplendent and born to the manor cachet.
And look who whisked her away. Oh, Mrs. Beale, I can't thank you enough. This is my first engagement.
And his last. You're an absolute beast.
I'm just crazy about Edie, and she knows it. And my parents, they're awful keen to meet you.
Likewise, I'm sure. Edie had such a splendid 4th of July up at the Cape. We're just so pleased you could visit us here at our very own little beach cottage. I'd like you to meet my pianist, Mr. George Gould Straw.
Somewhere in Athens, a pedestal is missing its statue.
You're here to play for the part.
I'm a permanent fixture, I'm afraid. A grim inevitability. I fall somewhere between death and taxes.
Now, Gould, you are a member of the family.
It's true. We did have a black sheep of our own, so we had to import one. Isn't that right, Gould? My mother darling, what's this?
Oh dear, you weren't supposed to see that. It was meant to be a surprise.
Is it geisha, Toyland, Gypsy Pasadoble?
Just a few popular favorites.
Planning to sing?
Well, it's not a party without music.
But mother darling.
Gould and I have been slaving away like a couple of Phoenicians.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9?
Not counting encores.
Mother darling, dearest mother darling, I am honored more than I can say by this wondrous, truly, virgin, unduly heartfelt, motherly display. And you know how much I love your singing, as I've said so many times before. Every Christmas time, every christening, every time that we sing, I'm the first to shout encore. But mother darling, like the daughter of the day, it's a day for me and all of us to shine. For your passion maiden serenade is to provide the parents of who are just a wee bit formal. Help me think we are normal. Mother darling, sing a little song. Nine.
How sharper than a serpent's
Please,
tooth.
Lord.
Well, who knows if we'll have another party with everyone leaving? It's your mother's swan song.
It's just that Joe's parents are coming, and they're so terribly England, aren't they, Joe? I don't expect they listen to music, all just hymns and military marches.
Oh, nonsense. I'm sure they'd be
Joe,
delighted.
please, you mustn't encourage her.
Besides, she has such a beautiful
I
voice.
mean it.
Edie Pumpkin, Mama's precious treasure. I am slightly mystified to learn of your sudden, urgent, dare I say insurgent, dearth of daughterly concern. For you know how Gould and I adore you,
Yes.
and rehearsed for weeks on your behalf.
Madam Butterfly, Tosca's aria.
It's my
Let
best.
it rest, all just die, people laugh.
Laugh?
Decorum, mother, that's all it
Decorum.
has.
No one has to think about propriety.
All
No
those
business on
stage.
the head mistress.
She doesn't
We're
even
in
have
the
the
section
picture,
full
she
of
doesn't.
13 temptation
It's
friends.
true.
This
It's
whole
true.
house is South
Anything
of the
dramatic,
dramatic.
anything
And
dramatic.
Ellen and Jay.
Ladies,
Gould.
please.
Let's get one word in.
I'm surprised by both of you today and this bossy, bratty,
Bratty?
mortaling, uncatty, most unladylike
His
melee.
engagement
After
is
months and months of preparation, you would think the program was
So
resolved.
ungrateful.
Gypsy Rhapsody.
Not the rap.
It is
Not like barcarolle.
This is out of control. Tell her
Don't get me involved here.
Mother darling.
Edie,
Drive
sweetheart.
to a wall,
Darling Daddy, where is he?
not where he should be. It's a day for me and all of us to shine. Might I suggest a compromise is very much in line?
Light on the waves, delphiniums in flower. Sing
is laid out on the bed, and I will now go call the glass company.
Thank you. Oh mio compino
Here's to love in all its infinite variety.
You two must find this grown-up talk so dreadfully boring.
No.
You do so, now scoot.
Lovely to meet Mr. Kennedy.
Why, thanks, Jackie. Oh, that kid's got poise to spare, hasn't she?
Mother chose the florist, the decorations, and now this latest development, a concert. Honestly, Joe, I'm slaughtered by it.
Relax. What say we take in some air? You'd really give all this up for me, Edie?
Absolutely. It's like their poem, the one by Mr. Robert Frost. Two roads diverged in Yellowwood. Well, Mother took one path, Joe, and led her here, East Hampton. Me, well, I've simply got to take another.
And where would it lead, pray tell?
Don't laugh. Maybe to a Broadway stage, or the motion pictures.
Oh, and not to Washington, D.C.
Well, sure, if that's what you'd like.
I've got the perfect house in mind, right on Pennsylvania Avenue. Me and the old man mapped it out, fastest road to the Senate floor, youngest man to be senator-elect,
How so?
the usual way. Pick up some medals overseas, kick the butts of those SOBs, zip back home, get married and gain respect. Well, I'd fly back here to East Hampton and scoop you right up into my cockpit.
Goodness, my hair!
Kid, we're going places you never dreamed you'd see. As your social graces give some panache to me.
Do my best.
With your pensive smile and fearless style, that debonair joie de vivre. Kid, we're going places your mama won't believe.
You know the trouble with the White House, Joe?
What's that?
It could use a little color. Picture the White House I'd restore, not to criticize Eleanor. Home decor just isn't her stock in
You
trade.
dress up any room just by being in it.
You. As former Waldorf Deb, I'll make fashion my cool celeb. Call it my American style crusade. Remember, Joe, it's not what you wear,
Oh no.
it's how you wear it.
Kid, we're going places we never dreamed we'd get. As our love's embraces fills up the bassinet.
Slow down, not yet. With your Colgate grin, Dick Tracy chin, and Hollywood film star sheen.
Kid, we're going places the nation's never seen. New worlds away beyond the garden gate. As long as we've each other.
Long as I escape my mother.
Your mother? Well, shouldn't I be the one who matters most?
But you are, of course you are.
Oh, the way you talk, a fella could forget.
The only one on my dance floor.
All the signs are good, so knock on wood. We're gonna be A-okay. 'Cause the place we're going all the way. We're going all the way. We're going all the way. We're going all the way.
Brooks. Tee it up one more time. One more swing to strengthen my nerve.
But Major Bouvier, sir, the time.
Oh, bother the time. The blasted party can't begin until Phelan arrives on the 5:15, can it?
But Edie's hoping for your blessing, Grandfather.
Oh, and have it she shall. Thank heaven she's hoodwinked this nice young Navy pilot. Oh, forgive me, ladies, but we live in perilous times.
The war, Grandfather.
The jitterbug, nylon stockings, chantilly perfume. If you want to anchor yourself in an uncertain world, you have only one recourse. With your eyeball and your feet on the fairway, hit it high, little girls, marry well.
For
Every point under par is a leg up the stairway to the sky, little girls, marry well. Find the staunch young patrician Republican with the blood and the brains to excel. Like the fine strapping lad your late grandmama had, meaning I, little girls, marry well.
excuse me, sir, but I do think it's about time we go inside.
Inside where?
Why, Grey Gardens, of course.
Or that madhouse, that bohemia, that veritable museum of perversity, a haven for misfits, communists, and unpublished poets, where my no-good daughter warbles like a loon, while that unsavory wisp of a fella in his silk cravat tinkles the ivories with fingers as soft and pale as a $10 whore?
That'd be the place, yes.
Oh, ridiculous woman that Edith, flying in the face of every good solid value I tried to instill in her. God knows I tried to teach all of my brood, the hallmark of aristocracy is responsibility, i.e. the last great hope of the Bouvier clan.
Honestly?
Now, sir, really, we must be going.
All right, I'm coming. Company, fall in, Ken Hut.
Share the ball for the fine.
Bring your troops to a zero.
Rolling down, little girls, marry well.
Bail the net out of debt. Leave your art to the people.
And the ground will fall under your spell. But an unmarried lassie who's fast and loose is a moose in a herd of gazelle.
Pow!
Don't get picked off the pack with your head on a plaque. Do me proud, little girls, marry well. Bear in mind it's your future that counts. They say greatness always skips a generation, so it's up to you to burnish the family crest. Take a good look at it, children, and remember, this crest of our French royal provenance, it took a while for it, we paid a pile for it. So don't get up, spinsters and dilettantes. The name Bouvier will surpass all others, all of your uncles, dads, oh, and mothers.
Our mother won't be a Bouvier at all. What's better worth is final.
What an awful woman.
Well, Sister Bridget says girls who come from broken homes wind up old maids. Or worse.
Could be worse.
Winding up a nun like Sister Bridget.
Shirley and Madeline with the prince and the villa.
Sally forth, little girl, very nice.
Jackie B. imposing, simply begged in chinchillas for me. She'll will more than suffice.
Good girl with a grandfather's blessing. I wish you love someone there when your hair goes to gray. And I'll strut in my spats down the aisle of St. Pat's.
Marry high,
Very proud.
Double reach, it's allowed.
upper class,
Upper cross.
Standard Oil, the Morgan Trust.
Marry him.
marry chaste,
Or if not, then in haste.
marry well, and you're well on your way.
Now remember, you're an old-time mammy, poor as dirt true, but rich with the wisdom of the ages.
If she were a whole horse instead of just its ass, I'd shoot her. You are a pernicious influence on the young and impressionable. And that's enough. We have a guest in the house.
It just so happens, Papa, that Mr. Kennedy upholds music in the highest esteem.
All the more reason he should be spared your caterwaul.
Mother's just rehearsing for this afternoon.
God damn it, Edith! Upstairs, girls. I want a word alone with your aunt.
Everybody always
You heard me. Double time. Last spring, she brings home this Getty fella, and one aria and 2 medleys later, and he's headed for the hills with cotton in his ears.
It's true. You know it is.
Quiet. This is between your mother and I. Face it, Edith, you drive her suitors away faster than a social disease.
Oh, it's my fault, is it?
Your outlandish behavior.
My behavior? You remember what Father O'Hanlon said about little Edie? What the priest in school telephoned me at home.
For heaven's sake, I'm here. I'm in the room.
She's just a spirited girl, that's all.
Spirited. What a darling euphemism.
Mother, please.
Boys are spirited. Girls, well, I'm afraid the word is a bit bluer.
How dare you? How dare you?
Quiet, both of you. You'll both be miles apart, and better off for it. You'll have a rich husband and won't have to rely on your mother's money. And you'll have an empty nest and won't have to rely on mine. That trust fund you squandered, a sayonara. I can put it all into war bonds where it belongs.
Fine. From now on, Phelan will handle all our financial affairs.
The affairs Phelan handles are strictly his own.
That's not true.
Oh, face facts, woman. There's a reason why he keeps an apartment in the city.
It's for business.
Of the monkey variety.
We have a marvelous marriage. Simply marvelous. We just have different interests, that's all. I have my music and the companionship of Mr. George Gould Strong, and he has his Wall Street. We have a perfectly marvelous marriage.
It's a disgrace, that's what it is.
Gould here happens to be a boogie-woogie composer. He has the most terrific style, and he is the most brilliant man I've ever met, including you, and including Mr. Beale. He's absolutely brilliant.
And how much does this brilliant fella eat?
Just enough bread to soak up the gin.
And those cufflinks, who paid for those, I'd like to know?
This is disgraceful, Daddy. It's simply shameful.
I hazard to say it is.
You have nothing but contempt for me, have you?
What was that?
I am your daughter! Why do you hate me so?
Your mother and I reared you to be a lady, Edith Bouvier Beale. And what have you become but the most pitiable of creatures? An actress without a stage. Oh, now, if you'll excuse me, I'm due a shave. There's a party this afternoon, I'm told, and I am hell-bent on making an honorable impression. I trust you'll do the same.
Satisfied?
Mother,
No, don't!
but
No!
my goodness, Gould. Is this on the bill? It's one of my favorites. Given our amazing similarities, we could be a plate of eggs and ham.
Edie, please.
It's the very first song you ever taught me. We used to sing it together. Given our amazing similarities, we could be a plate of eggs and ham. A pair of
How can you resist?
Oh, I can't help myself. It's the music and I'm its hapless victim.
Aren't we all, kid? Aren't we all?
If by our devotion nature gets the notion to send a gift from God, send to please,
Say coochie coo.
cuties in pink and blue. To please, 2 peas in a pod. 2 peas in a pod. 2 peas in a pod. Darling, it's true. I have been monstrously selfish. Well, have no fear, I promise. I will not sing a single solitary note at your party.
Is that because of those awful things that grandfather said?
No, darling. All eyes should be on you. You and Mr. Kennedy.
Suppose the bride-to-be makes a request?
Well, if she absolutely insists.
Mother darling, you were an angel. Thank you. Just look at me, I'm still not dressed. I love you.
And don't forget your grandmother's garters for good luck.
I won't.
Do I look like a good mother, Gould? I certainly didn't starve my children. They were very, very nice children. I was absolutely crazy about my 2 sons. Now that Phelan Jr.'s gone to school and Bud's away in Texas, when Edie's gone, this place is going to seem enormous.
We'll have each other, at least for now.
What do you mean?
Well, you heard the major. Call me thin-skinned, a sensitive soul, but I don't think the man likes me very much.
It doesn't matter what he thinks.
And with Mr. Kennedy on the horizon, Pennsylvania Avenue's a long way from Tin Pan Alley. His kind doesn't look too kindly upon mine.
But you're my friend, and this is my house.
Your husband's house, Edith. Who knows? Maybe it's time I ate off my own plate. Drank from my own tumbler. Rumpled my own bedding.
But where would you go? How would you live?
There's a little place in Hell's Kitchen called The Wrong Man. They'd hire me back with some new sheet music and a fishbowl.
You know you can't go back there.
Why not?
Those old habits of yours.
Now, if a poor lost sailor begs to know the way to the Astor Bar, what am I supposed to do? Ignore him?
You've been more faithful to me than the man you promised to me.
Now, Edith, I've tried, but understand, kid. It's been just grand, kid. The cocktails, the cufflinks, the fun. Remember me when you're singing Tea for One.
If you're gone, who would I even talk to?
Yourself, the occasional cat.
That's not funny.
After I'm gone and the ocean haze blankets the grounds in gray, drift away on the tide, drift away.
I can't sing a cappella, you know that.
When you're alone and the twilight glow shimmers across the bay, drift away on a wave, drift away.
Or my Gibraltar, darling.
Our tete-a-tetes,
Midnight duets.
our breakfast tea and toast. Funny how things that mean the least are what we miss the most.
We'll never find a safer haven.
Deep in the night, when the whispering breeze sings this song I play, shed a tear and be glad for the fun that we had. Drift away on a dream. Drift away.
You're my soulmate. That's what you are.
Soulmate. Is that the nom du jour?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'll wager you do. I'm afraid I'm not living up to my half of the bargain, am I?
Don't make it sound so famous artist.
For the party this afternoon, which would you prefer? Should I wear the white satin jacket you bought for me at Bergdorf's, or the linen one you picked up for me in Rome?
Good. Good. Like a photo in a sterling silver frame. What I wouldn't give to keep things just the same. My darling daughter Gould and me, performing songs for company. Our little family safe, serene. Will it all be gone at 5:15?
Ma'am, a telegram has arrived. It's addressed to Miss Beale.
Whoever could it be from? Oh,
Someone with heartfelt wishes, I'm sure.
thank you. I'll give them to her. Dylan, how could you?
Here I am, all set to wait tables or park cars. Edie's still getting dressed with a little help from her cousins. I'm afraid she's going to take twice as long. But Mrs. Beale, this party you planned for us, we really appreciate it. Edie does, and we both do.
You love her very much, don't you?
She's the reason I'm here.
Some men resent a woman with character. If she has a staunch constitution, he endeavors to break it.
Not me. I admire a woman with get up and go.
How very modern of you. If only my husband had your same generosity of spirit, but no, feelings cut from a different cloth.
Yes, Edie says he has a temper.
A temper? Ah, if I've lacquered my toenails or won my plus boards to church, the man becomes unhinged. Once, and brace yourself, Mr. Kennedy, I was asked to sing a private concert to benefit the Ladies' Village Improvement Society. Une belle die, Puccini. Well, Phelan was apoplectic. You will not, he shouted at me, you will not play the role of a common prostitute, Japanese or otherwise. But Edie's bound to be happier, isn't she?
Happier?
Promise me you won't forbid her the love of the stage.
No, a woman should have hobbies. My mother plays bridge.
It's more than a mere hobby with Edie. Why, she's a natural-born performer.
We'll have a piano for sing-alongs like yours.
Sing-alongs.
Yes, on holidays with the family and such.
Edie's told you how she's earned her nickname, hasn't she?
Nickname? No, I'm afraid she hasn't.
Mr. Kennedy, when I tell you that she made quite the splash at the Maidstone Club, I mean that in the most literal of senses.
How so?
Exquisite diver, our Edie. And there she was, poised on the diving board, looking like a veritable swan. And her swimming costume, beige cloquet, why, it clung to her like skin on a peach. Well, she went sailing into the water, and the seam split. The fabric shriveled up like an accordion. And there she was, in front of all East Hampton, in nothing but her wits. Well, a lesser girl would have shrieked and run for cover, but not Edie, no. She swam the length of the pool twice. And when she got out, you know how boys are. No one offered her a wrap or even a towel. And she had to walk all the way to the cabana. It was in that moment that her nickname was born. Body, Beautiful Beale.
Aha.
Why, that's the very definition of character, isn't it, Mr. Kennedy? To take a scandal and turn it into a triumph.
So she was, popular, was she?
I couldn't keep her at home. Not anymore. She was off in J. Paul Getty's Roadster, or in Manhattan at the 21 Club, enjoying her very first sidecar. You won't find a woman more sophisticated. That's something a man of your experience is bound to appreciate.
Look, Mrs. Beale, Edie will be down any minute, and then...
Just listen to me. I could talk your ear off if you let me. I just want you both to be supremely happy. That's all.
I'm not late for my own party, am I?
Oh, darling, you look divine.
Mrs. Beale, do you mind?
Oh, yes, of course. Darling, you look beautiful.
Why the long face, Joe?
Edie, it's just that your mother, well, she's just told me...
I know! She canceled the concert. I've never seen Mother so accommodating. Must be your influence, don't you think?
It wasn't about music.
Oh no. She wasn't flirtatious, was she? She has been, you know, with friends of mine. She told Sumner Wadsworth he had a Renaissance face.
She's not the one who worries me, Edie.
What did she tell you, Joe?
Body beautiful Beale.
What? Oh, she didn't. She wouldn't.
It's not about her, Edie. It's about me, my future. Be straight with me. Have there been other fellas?
I may have kissed once or twice. I may have held hands.
We've done more than kiss, Edie. We've done more than just hold hands.
That's because you're the one, Joe. It's because we said we were sure.
And how do I know I'm not just business as usual?
Joe!
That you'd oblige any fella, any place, any time, just to get out of Grey
It's
Garden.
not true.
But not 2 minutes ago, your mother sat right here. and
Don't
she-
believe a word of my mother. Interfering pain in the care. Burning up with unspoken envy. God be a bona fide man.
Don't change the subject.
She and Daddy don't have relations. Separate rooms with double locked doors. SCX for her and her eunuch. Stopped at the Punic Wars. I'm my daddy's girl. Chip off the old man's block. That's my daddy's girl. Proper and prim as Plymouth Rock. Take off the lipstick. Wash off the perfume. How dare you wear high heels? As my daddy's girl, I'm impassioned by good old-fashioned ideals. Father will be home soon enough. Talk to him.
Why? Because he's willing to cover for you?
Because he loves me, Joe. Because he isn't competing. Mother has a yen for the spotlight. Daddy disapproves of the stage. Never get your name in the papers, except for the nuptial page. Modulate your voice to a whisper. Always hide your sexual side.
That's enough!
As for getting drunk in that frat house,
What?
Father O'Hanlon lied. I'm my daddy's girl.
What frat house?
Virginal as a saint. That's my daddy's girl.
Who's Father O'Hanlon?
Model of utter self-restraint. Insinuations, false accusations, slander from Harvard boys.
Who?
As my daddy's girl, I ignore him with charm, decorum, and voice.
Before he gets married, there are just certain things a guy's gotta know.
I'm a good girl, Miss Porter's girl. American apple pie, Catholic as the Pope's right eye. And here, Joe, my heart, Joe, I'm pure. Maybe not like the driven snow, all the same next to some I know. Girls who smoke and read Fanny Hill while I was reading to Tocqueville. Listen to reason. Let's not be immature.
said, Edie, but I
His daughter, Joe, not hers.
want to believe you.
And believe me, believe Daddy, he'll make it right. I know he will. Over a nice scotch or a Cuban cigar, you'll see.
Edie,
Please!
All right, Edie. One whiskey in his study.
Tell him I won't sit in any boy's lap. Tell him I don't give kisses for compliments. Some things just aren't worth a fraternity pin. Some things... Tell him only what you know about me, Daddy. Not what you don't. I'm my daddy's girl, used to his stony glares. And I know deep down he's just critical 'cause he cares. Go find a husband, don't waste your life on talent you have none of. How can any man even show match the gift of a father's love?
Steady yourself, babe. We have an hour of cocktail tunes ahead of you.
You won't, good mother, not this time.
Edie, what are you
You won't
saying?
have the satisfaction. Your
talking
reckless
about?
insinuations, you're loathsome, you're spiteful.
She's executing me, Gould, but she won't tell me the
The
crime.
slander!
Slander.
You're just jealous, that's all.
Oh, yes, that's
Because
it.
I've still
I'm
got my
jealous.
looks, my
Mama's
voice, my
bitter.
potential.
Mama's bitter, and you're the
I've got a
fancy
man who
now.
loves me. Well, Daddy would rather spend his nights in New York City.
How dare
The
you?
moment Daddy arrives, the second he strolls
Oh,
through that
yes,
door,
the darling
he'll do as
doting
always
father
done.
of yours.
He'll clean up the mess you've made of everything. Any man who ever comes close to Grey Gardens, you frighten and bully away. I'm telling you, Mother, you'll die alone without me.
Excuse me, darling, but this came for you.
Look at my twin virtues. Why, Jackie here is purity, and little Lee must be truth.
Ma'am, Mr. Beale should be arriving any moment now. Would you like him in his shawl collar or peaked lapels?
Has Mr. Beale arrived yet?
Aren't you going to read it?
Darling, stop. Daddy's little angel, stop. All my love and wishes for success on this joyous stop. Thrilling, permanent, a really gorge of beauty and noblesse.
Look like a lawyer.
Regretfully, I can't be with you.
What?
I'm a soldier, and as if I were my felicity, stop. To the Kennedys, stop. Tell my wife to demur from theatrics with that poofed
Stop.
Trust your father, learn to honor and
A little
obey.
late for that.
Leave the truth be known and keep it entre nous. At present time in Mexico with Linda.
Linda who?
My divorce from Mrs. Gillis granted. Comfort drinks will be enchanted. Love from Daddy's star, keeping fingers crossed for you.
Miss Beale, I am so sorry.
Edie, it looks like that chap is your
Oh,
father.
please.
My parents are due here any minute. If I hurry, I can still catch them at the Maidstone Club. As for my father, I think it's best if I speak to him alone.
But you can't, you mustn't.
I wouldn't worry, Edie. No doubt it's just another scandal you'll turn into a triumph.
I think you better go, Mr. Kennedy.
What is it, Grandpa? What's wrong?
I I see two nice, frothy Shirley Temples in the horizon. And for your grandpa, something with a little more kick. Edith, I wish I had harsh words for your husband, but I don't. I don't blame him. Not one bit. I'm afraid the future of the Bouvier name rests with you, ladies. Do me proud. Do me proud.
Linda, a quickie divorced in Mexico? It won't be recognized, not by the Catholic Church. Pull yourself together, Edie. We have a party. You will cry, your makeup will run, and you will look like an Egyptian. One day you will realize that marriage is for tax codes and Mormons, not for free thinkers like ourselves. Besides, there's a lot to be said about living on your own. You get to be your own person. And we have each other. That's all we need.
I can't stay, Mother. I can't. If I do, you'll vanish. You'll make me disappear.
What
I can't go on another year, another day, another moment.
You're hysterical.
I have to get my own hotel.
I'll call Dr. Kingsley if I have to. Doctor,
Don't touch me!
I'm your mother.
I'm not your daughter. I'm just your shadow, don't you see? When I get to New York, I'm not ever coming back.
Edie. Edie!
The cars are pulling up outside. The guests are arriving.
Well, that's Grey Gardens for you. Everybody on the outside clamoring to get in, everyone on the inside dying to leave. You'd best hold them off, Brooks. We're not ready.
She's inconsolable.
Edith, they're here. They're gathering on the lawn.
What am I going to do? What in heaven's name am I going to do?
I wish that I could help you.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon and welcome. Welcome to Grey Gardens. I'd like to commence this evening's festivities with a song dedicated to my beloved daughter, my darling daughter, Miss Edith Bouvier Beale. Gould? When lilacs return in spring, when larks in the meadow sing, will you? When clouds of a summer storm dissolve and starlight shimmers through, when wild geese of autumn fly, when heart fires of winter die, will you? Time rushes by, memories fade, dreams never do. I will be ever true. Edie's going to be tickled pink to see you all here. I'm afraid she slipped away for the moment. The guest of honor, she's missing in action. Nerves, I'm sure. But she won't be gone long now. I just know it. Listen to the sound of the ocean and look at the garden and all of you here. All of you here to celebrate my little Edie. Who I have no doubt that any moment now she'll come down the stairs, surprise us no, so we had quite a fight. The best pair of clothes for a protest pose is this ensemble of pantyhose pulled over the shorts, pulled under the skirt that doubles as a cape. To reveal you in capri pants, you fashioned out of ski pants, and a jersey knit that's designed to fit the contours of your shape, then cinched with a cord from a drape. And that's the revolutionary costume for today, to show the polo riders in khakis and topsiders just what the revolutionary costume has to say. It can't be ordered from LL Bean. There's more to living than Kelly Green, and that's the revolution. I mean, da-da-da-da-da. Listen to this. The Hamptons Speech, July 1972. The elderly, bedridden aunt of former First Lady Miss Jacqueline Kennedy, Mrs. Edith Bouvier Beale, my very own mother, can you imagine? And her adored daughter, a former debutante once known as Body Beautiful Beale. They called me Body Beautiful Beale, it's true. That was my sobriquet. Are living on Long Island in a 28-room house with 52 cats, fleas, cobwebs, and virtually no plumbing. After vociferous complaints from neighbors, the Board of Health decided to take legal action against the reclusive pair. Why, it is the most disgusting, atrocious thing ever to happen in America. Just disgusting. My very own mother, can you imagine? You find City Hall in a Persian shawl that used to hang on a bedroom wall, pulled under the chin, adorned with a pin, and pulled into a twist. To invent the object trouve, make a poncho from a duvet, and you will be with Cousin Lee on Mr. Blackwell's list. The full-length velvet glove binds the fist. And that's the revolutionary costume for today. Subvert the crisscross bolters, those Nixon Avenue voters. Armies of conformity are headed right your way. To make a statement you need not be in Boston Harbor or Kensington. And that's the revolution to me. Start! There's nothing worse, I tell ya. Start! S-T-A-U-N-C-H. Staunch women, we just don't weaken. A little known fact from the fascist pack that comes here for antiquing. Da-da-da-da-da. Honestly, they can get you in East Hampton for wearing red shoes on a Thursday and all that sort of thing. I don't know whether you know that. I mean, do you know that? They can get you for almost anything. It's a mean, nasty Republican town. The best pair of shoes to express bold views are strapless mules and assertive hues, like fuchsia or peach, except on the beach, in which case you wear flats. When I stood before the nation at Jack's inauguration, in a high-heel pump, I got the jump on Jackie's pillbox fence. Just watch the way you step with the cat! And that's the revolutionary costume for du jour. You'll mix and match and presto, a fashion manifesto. That's why revolutionary costumes they regard. The rhododendrons are hiding spies, the pussy willows have beady eyes, binoculars through the privet hedge, they peek at you through the garden ledge with guile. We're in the revolution! So in the revolution, we're da-da-da-da-dum. I have to pick these things up, you know. I'm coming, Mother! I'm just crazy about my mother. She's psychic, and she has a terrific legal brain. She makes all the decisions. She always tells me what to do. She has me absolutely buffaloed. Edie, are you there? Oh, hi, Brooks. Brooks, is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
Everything looks wonderful back here. Absolutely wonderful. Your father would be so proud.
Well, thank you, Miss Beale.
If we're still living next year, I think a vegetable garden would be a very good thing back here because the price of food is really going up. It's very expensive to live nowadays. Torturous, really. And Mother and me, we don't have a red cent.
Oh, well, ma'am, I don't think that there's enough sunlight back here for a vegetable garden.
Oh, well, Mother said you can cut down some privet first.
All right. All right, I'll get right on that, ma'am.
Do you think my costume looked all right for Brooks? I think he looked a little amazed.
Damn it, woman, where are you? Edie!
I'm coming, Mother! It's very difficult to keep a line between the past and the present, if you know what I mean. It's very difficult indeed.
Oh, Edie, are you around? Edie? The old woman. She has to do everything herself. Edie! Is it the 12th today? Mr. Brooks hires $24 for 3 cuttings. I've got to eat lunch. I'm starving, absolutely starving. I didn't have any breakfast, Edie!
I haven't been out of this damn horrible place in years and years. God, if you knew how I felt, I am ready to kill!
Well, they're certainly not going to like you at the beach.
Suppose I won't get out of here until you die, or I die.
That's silly. Edie, that isn't nice.
I never wanted to live in East Hampton, but I was so sick and tired of worrying about you all the time, Mother darling. One night, maybe 2, I said to myself, until she's
Will
herself
you
again.
shut up?
But then I couldn't leave, I couldn't leave,
It's
I
a
couldn't
goddamn
leave.
beautiful day. Shut up!
I had a lovely room at the Barbizon. I should have stayed put.
You got in awful trouble there. I used to send you boxes of groceries, big boxes of groceries. You were malnourished. I always thought you'd have a terrible accident.
I should have gotten into nightclub work.
Yeah, everything's good that you didn't do.
I should have gone on stage in Paris at the Folie Bergère.
Well, that's the choice. At the time, you didn't want it. You didn't feel then the way you do now.
I always took French, but nothing ever happened there. I can read and write French, but I can't speak it. It's terrible, just terrible.
Everybody thinks and feels differently as the years go by, don't they?
The hallmark of aristocracy is responsibility. Oh, brother, that did it for me. That did me in.
Too bad you missed out.
I came home to take care of my dying mother,
I never asked you. I never begged.
and she pulled a fast one on me. What do you know? She kept right on living.
Edie!
Right on walking
Come
around.
here, Edie!
Talking
I'm in
too.
the room!
Did you hear something? I could have sworn I heard her voice.
Nothing good ever happened to you in New York.
Not true. I was discovered by that producer fellow.
People discover me every time I leave the house. I don't think anything of it.
Mr. Max Gordon. You've heard of him, haven't you? He discovered Judy Holliday. He said I was much funnier.
Well, you haven't been funny today, boy. You're lacking in humor.
Are you kidding? He said I was a stitch.
It's a good thing you had a place to come home to recuperate at Mama's for 15, 20 years.
The point is, I gave it all up.
Everything a person could want, you've got right here.
I want freedom.
Well, you can't get it, darling, when you're being supported.
You can't.
You can't get any freedom
Yeah.
when you're being supported.
Yeah. I think you're not free when you're not being supported.
No, can't.
It's awful both ways, I'm thinking.
I have no complaints. I have everything I ever wanted.
You had a rich husband. You should have stayed with him.
I had a perfect marriage, beautiful children, terribly successful marriage. I never had a fight in my life. I had a very, very happy, satisfying life.
Can't be done. You can't have your cake and eat it too?
Oh, yes, you can. I most certainly did have my cake and eat it down to the last crumb. What good is cake you have but never eat? I never could deny myself a sweet, so I sliced my life and licked the knife and ate the cake I had. Two perfect sons I thoroughly enjoyed, an absent spouse and cats to fill the void, and the tri-state's best accompanist. Oh yes, I ate the cake I had. Moist, light, gaily decorated, every tasty morsel savored, chewed, and masticated. Young, bright, rich and thin and clever, like a second helping. Oh, sister, would I ever?
I'll probably be an old maid until I die. Sit around with cats the rest of my life.
When are you gonna learn, Edie? You're in this world, you know. You're not out of the world. The days are gone when money grew on trees. The money tree came down with elm disease. But at my age, ducks, for my $2, I'll eat the cake I have, and like it, I'll eat the cake I have.
I think the saddest thing was my not marrying. My best friend was a nurse with the Red Cross during the war, and she went overseas and met a guy in a hospital, a Marine. He lost both his legs at Iwo Jima, so romance was inevitable, really, given the situation. But I couldn't travel. Mother wasn't well during the war, you see.
The Gerald Geddes worshipped you. Oh, and those two nice Rockefeller fellas.
They were horrible, horrible.
You just didn't want to get married, and now it's all blamed on me.
I never had a minute's fun.
Bright, grown, point the famous finger. Life is disappointing, put the parent through the ringer. Sulk, moan, blame it on the mother. When I'm dead and buried, you won't get another.
I met a count in Greenwich Village. He was a writer and a poet, and he said to me, Edie, I want to make an honest woman out of you. I thought that was very decent.
He didn't have a nickel in his trousers, not a nickel.
Mother despised him, gave him the pink slip. Just think, I could have been a countess, Countess Edie.
Enough with all your celebrated loves. You had 2 hands, you could have modeled gloves. Is it my fault that your cake fell flat? That you're unmarried, bald and fat? As the world waltzed by and Edie sat, I ate the cake I had and loved it. Oh, I ate the cake I had. No thanks to Daddy, I ate the cake I had.
Sometimes I think I have the saddest life.
You get to be a real individual.
In New York, I can be my own person, but here I'm just Mother's little girl.
It's very difficult to raise a child 56 years of age.
I've just got to get to New York City and lead my own life. I don't see any other future.
You look horrible.
Well, my teeth are still all right.
You were beautiful when you were young. Your head was exquisite, and you were so gorgeous in hats. It's perfectly foolish for you not to look that way now.
I'll have to get another brown tailored suit and grow out my hair. My God, I have no hair.
You don't want to eat anymore because you've gotten so fat.
Well, I'm not going to get my figure back until I hit New York City. That damn icebox is just too near. I can't get away from the icebox.
Now I have to sit here and starve all the time. I think I've lost 5 pounds.
How am I going to catch a man and eat at the same time? I am going to die.
Well, don't want to eat.
Well, I got fat from wearing too many clothes and sitting down.
That's not it at all.
Well, just sitting down you gained weight.
It was quarts and quarts of ice cream. Schraff's French vanilla. My bill was $171 just for ice cream.
I ought to take better care of you, Mother darling. Maybe I ought to give you fixed meals at certain times of the day. But I never know what time it is. I don't have a clock.
Will you eat some liver pate?
But still, you should eat. Maybe some chopped meat and a baked potato for luncheon, and then a nice little dinner. But that takes timing.
I just adore a nice liver pate about now.
I have to feed the cats.
Later, Edie.
But they're starving. They're ravenous.
Oh, sure.
Absolutely ravenous.
Sure. Feed the cats and starve your mother.
Did you know that Whiskers got out? I think he got out a hole in the attic. He can jump up there. They all want luncheon. Come on, cats. We're going to have luncheon. Kitty, 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 kitty. Some nice chopped meat. Doesn't that smell terrific? No bones in that.
Hedges hide the world away,
Edie!
and shadows blur the time of day.
Edie! I'm feeding the cats.
Cans of cat food are pate. You're entering the gardens.
Liver pate, you have to make it. I can't make it.
When am I going to get out of here?
Musty smell of feline fur.
In dusty marks where pictures were.
The vermin in the furniture.
You're entering Grey Gardens.
The ceiling sags, the stairway creaks,
The faucet drips and the toilet leaks.
The crumbling walls.
The broken clocks.
it's like a 28-room litter box.
150 windowsills to catch a wink or two.
And that's Grey Gardens from a cat's eye view.
I'll die if I don't eat.
I found your pate, Mother darling.
Meow.
At least I think it's pate. Or maybe it's giblets for the cats. Meow.
Meow. The fog rolls in and there it stays. It suffocates the house in haze. From room to room it drifts about, and nobody except a cat gets out.
A haven from a callous world, with no one saying shoo.
And that's Grey Gardens from a cat's eye view.
I'll just die with this diet. Adam's like,
Meow. Ever since you started trying to lose weight, you've been impossible.
I'm not gaining it back.
Stop yourself,
Meow.
Here's your pate, Mother darling. The Libra husband is not an easy man to please. The monotony of domesticity is not to his liking, but he is a passionate man and a respecter of tradition. All I have to do is find this Libra man. The Libra husband is reasonable. He is a born judge, and no other zodiacal type can order his life with so much wisdom. My God, that's all I need. Order, an ordered life, you know, but like with a manager. But he's got to be a Libra.
Edie? Hello?
Edie? Is that Jerry? That's Jerry. That's the marble fawn. I call Jerry the marble fawn, Nathaniel Hawthorne. It's on all the high school reading lists. Terrible tragedy connected with the marble fawn. Is it Jerry? I hope it's Jerry. He's gonna be here for years and years and years. He's Mother's friend, really. Mother doesn't really have friends. She just collects strays.
Edie?
Hi, Jerry. Is that you?
Oh, hey. How you doing?
Sublime, Jerry. And yourself?
Oh, I'm really well. You heard any more from the Board of Health?
Honestly, they want us to clean up this place and they just contribute to it. They put another notice under the screen door.
Oh, I saw your cousin on TV. She gonna help out or what?
Oh, I'm terrified of her. She just wants the house, that's all. She got a lawyer to say that I was crazy, and I've always been perfectly solid. I asked her, if you put me away, where's Mother gonna live? On your yacht in the Greek islands? That shut her up. I wouldn't go near any of those Bouvier people. They're all insane, for God's sake. Hey, Jerry, what's that on your feet?
Oh, Hart's doing one.
Flea collars for your ankles?
Yeah, so I don't get bit.
I just died with the fleas in this place. I can't go on another year. I've got to get a hotel room.
Hey, I actually brought a lot of stuff for your please here.
Mother says you're an angel, a knight in shining armor.
Oh, I'd be more than willing to put it down.
The house is just so filthy. Isn't it tragic? Oh, and Mother's room is so dirty. It just needs to be cleaned. Oh, that smell. I have pity and fear for anyone who lives downwind of Great Gardens.
Yeah. Hey, you ever find that book?
What book is that, Jerry?
One I'm named after, Marble something.
Oh, Jerry. Books don't stand a chance. Not with the mold. The pages congeal, and you can't open them.
Yeah, well, if you run across it, I'd kind of like to read it.
Well, it's very deep, but I'm not sure. Well, I guess you're up for it. The Libra husband does not seek divorce unless the conditions of his life are not adjustable. Jerry, darling, you're an Aquarius, aren't you?
Yeah.
New York City's the only place for me. I just gotta work up a little nerve. Do you think I ought to go into show business? That sort of thing?
Well, I don't know, Edie. Can you sing a dance?
Are you kidding? There isn't anything I can't do. Why? Do you think I'm a little crazy doing dances? I do terrific dances. Wait here.
Oh, no, Edie,
Wait
I gotta...
here. I was up all night practicing this marching song. My God, my muscles. They've gone soft with this soft life. This is the march that they played at Joe's funeral, Joseph Patrick Kennedy, in 1944. He was on a top secret mission and the bombs exploded while he was still inside the plane. All the boys I danced with, they died in World War II. You know, the great heroes from the best families. I suppose they were the bravest.
Yeah, sure.
They always sent the best to fight. They should have just sent the sick ones. Then the whole thing would have been over. You know, the ones that had physical things wrong. Then the wars wouldn't have lasted. They just couldn't have done it with people that weren't feeling absolutely wonderful.
Maybe you should write a letter to President Nixon.
They should just outlaw war, don't you think?
Edie, you're dressed for battle.
Do you think my Boston will stay up? Da-da-da-da-da-da. 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 Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Simon sound.
Work those thighs!
Raise
Slenderize!
your share. Take
I got it! Where did all my hand go?
Overland, overseas.
Take this away!
Got to keep the free world free.
I need an
As
agent!
we march, marching for each other, every man, Jack, Junior, this and other, 'cause we all are one another's brother, one big family under the scheme. And the house we live in will win.
Get it all coordinated in my mind.
Edie, is that Jerry?
Terry, where have you been all my life? Where have you been? Where have you been? Where have you been? Turns out all I needed was an audience. An audience, that's all I needed.
Edie!
Oh, Mother is screaming for you to go up. Do you want to go up?
Yeah, sure.
Let Jerry in, hurry up! She's trying to murder me, Jerry! I was frozen this morning when I woke up. She only left me one little kitty to keep warm. And all these blankets were on the floor. Oh, Jerry, you're puffing and blowing. Oh, was it the stairs? Oh, God, the other day I almost tripped. I almost broke my neck. Edie, you've simply got to pick up a mop.
Not today, Geraldine.
Stairs where you out, Jerry?
Oh, I'm just tired. I don't want to get any tighter.
Mother, you're not wearing enough clothes.
I'm gonna get naked in just a minute, so you better watch out.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah? For what? Why? I haven't got any warts on me.
That's not what I mean, Mother.
Have I, Jerry? I haven't got any warts on me.
You look like a night at the opera, Mrs. Beale.
Oh, that's too much. Jerry, you're too much. If I ever get out of bed, that'll be the night of the opera. You see, Jerry? I've got to do everything myself. She's no cook, and she's no waitress. What do you want, dear? You want a nice piece of corn?
No, I don't want any, thanks.
Oh, you're not going to drink anything?
No,
You mean to say you're not going to have a drink or a highball or something like that? Don't you think you better have some rum? Jerry, I'm badly treated all along. Where's your plate?
Oh, hell. I can't resist. I'm starving.
Which piece of corn do you want, Jerry?
Oh, it don't matter.
You see how polite he is? You want something, Edie?
No,
You sure?
I said I don't want any.
Oh, Jerry, you want to put some margarine on, don't you?
Oh. Yeah, you want to do it for me?
Oh, why, yeah. The pleasure's all mine. I don't burn myself.
Ow, it's hot.
You have a beautiful face, Jerry. Like a girl.
You got very big hands.
You look like my mother, Jerry. The absolute image of my mother. Jerry likes the way I do my corn. Isn't he a treasure? Oh, need salt? Look at how he chows right through my corn. It's my only pleasure. I boil it on the hot plate till all the juice is gone. Bless his soul, he knows which side my corn is You're my Gibraltar.
Yeah, Jerry, you're a regular major domo.
Guandal's world.
Oh, did I do it nicely? He always compliments me on the way I do my pawn.
Oh, hey, I was thinking, if you wanted, maybe I could pick up some germicide. I was thinking maybe even a tar.
Oh, Jerry, you're extravagant. You spoil us. Doesn't he just spoil us, Edie?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, but before I forget, the old McAllister place, owned by George Capon, I was ripping out their kitchen, and they're getting a washing machine. A new one. A Whirlpool. An avocado. Real nice. Well, the thing is, they said I could have the old one, and I thought maybe I could bring it over here and hook it up. That way you could wash your clothes once in a while. Maybe even your bed. No offense, Mrs. Beale, but I saw some insects in your sheets. Redcoats, I think. That can't be good for you. What do you think?
Jerry is a son like my own too.
Sons who never phone you.
Or corn? Boys have more important things to do.
After they've disowned you.
And though he hardly says much, I understand his grunts. Hey means hi. Yo means yes. Believe me, he's no dunce. Anything that breaks, he knows which tool. Jerry is a fixer. Not her. Happy hour starts right after school. Jerry, have a mixer. He tells me things the kids like, and I just feel reborn. Mountain Dew, Super Bowl, sex and drugs and rock and roll, but most of all, my corn. Jerry, you know what I'd like? Some music. I am happier when I'm singing than anything I've done since I was born. See if you can find that song, the one I just adore.
Oh, yeah, the girl who has everything.
Oh no, heavens no. The flip side. Jerry knows. We've sung it before, haven't we, Jerry? Jerry knows the one.
Yeah, I think I saw it downstairs.
I've got to get my voice exactly back the way it was when I was 45 years old.
Let me find it, Mother Darling. I'm extremely organized.
No, not Jerry.
I've got it under control, kid.
Jerry can find things in this house right on this bed you couldn't find for half an hour.
I'm so sick of that kid. I mean, I like him and
My
everything,
soulmate. That's what he is. That's the word.
but he steals things from my room.
Oh, he does not.
Books mostly. He steals them and he hides them in the attic. He took the glassware and pretty soon the antiques will be gone. I'm telling you, Mother, you shouldn't have contact with the outside world, if you know what I mean. You can't tell what's been taken in and what's been put out.
The trouble is, she's madly in love with him. Pardon me, but it's true.
Well, you might as well tell him right now to forget about it. Because he's not going to get it.
Get what? Sex? With you?
Well, that's all they're after. That's all they're after.
An old person like you? Good God!
You might as well tell him to forget about it.
Jerry doesn't want any sex with you. Jerry likes his own age.
Oh, yeah?
Kids of 17 do not pursue relics of the Stone Age.
Believe me, I can tell
Jerry
you
doesn't
things.
want any sex with you. Jerry isn't crazy. Adolescent girls now are easy lays. Same as Edie in her awkward phase. Jerry's got a new girl every night. And not a one of them have cellulite.
He's gonna be here for years and years and years. It's gonna be one of those things like George Gould Strong all over again. The two of you conspiring against me like you do. And me? What about me?
Who said anything about you? I didn't hear it.
People I used to know at the Maidstone Club for years and years. Now they see me and they cross the street. Hear it? There it is again.
Oh, you think that's Jerry up there? Oh, yeah, sure, he's up there. I hear him.
I swear, everything is up there in that attic.
That's not Jerry.
Of course it's Jerry.
It's your raccoon, Edie. Jerry is my company. He likes my pawn in my bedroom.
He's gonna be here
He
for
doesn't
years
want
and
any
years
Jerry doesn't fight like two fish wives. Jerry likes relaxing. Me too. Now and then we play my 45s. Hear the old sad sax sing. No picnic growing older. Abandoned and forlorn. Stuck in bed. Stiff with gout. Alcoholic drinks are out. You'll die. The doctors warn. Then quick as a wing, I'm in the pink. 'Cause Jerry likes my corn. I tell you, that boy is a gift.
Guess what happened? What I felt was in the cards. The marble fawn, he's moving in. He's giving us the little washing machine, and that cements the deal. I can't bear it. I can't bear it. My mother's house and my mother's name, and you can't beat mother at mother's game, because she likes the people that I don't like, and if I don't like it, it's take a hike. Which is mother's way of reminding me, when you live off mother, you can't be free. And I think mother is very mean. And this latest thing, this wash machine, the one Jerry brought, don't be too surprised if the guy moves in and I am pulverized. Because I'll be damned if I'm gonna waste my time washing clothes in a goddamn machine. I feel very strongly about mementos. Memorabilia, I guess you'd call it. Around the world is what I call my wall of special things. Around the world with rose bouquets I dried and tied on strings. A silver mask from a masquerade. Around and round I twirl. You tack them up so you can twirl around the world. He found it! Jerry found my old record! My mother's house and my mother's friends. If a Jerry coming, it never ends! It's the same old story like George Gould Strong. And in 20 years did we get along. Though I do feel bad for the way he died. A two-bit Fleabag, a suicide. It was mother's money, the Bouvier's, and if mother spent it in crazy ways, only I'd take care of her. She was taken care of. She was taken care of, not sexually. And if you infer that they were using her, I will shove you under the goddamn bed! Around the world with stones and shells, the nicest ones I lost. Around the world with powerboat and just a quote from Frost. Two roads diverge in a yellow wood, a lovely cross
1938 with my accompanist, Mr. George Wolfe Strong. He was the most brilliant man I'd ever met. That's including Mr. Beale and Mr. Bouvier. Completely brilliant.
I'm so sorry, Mrs. Beale, but I gotta be going.
He was a writer. He wrote 7 books at one time. And he played the piano magnificently and composed exquisite music and dedicated about 80 songs to me.
I'll stop by tomorrow. With some brick joiners. We'll fix the place up best we can. And before the inspection.
I was very serious about my singing. Loved it. When I met Mr. Beale and jig was up.
You tell Edie so long for me now, okay?
After that, I did all my singing. Right here, in the house, in the parlor downstairs. Isn't the same, really.
I'm going to your purse now. But I'm only taking a $5. Watch me now. I'm only taking a $5 and I'm putting the rest back. Okay?
The tone is wonderful. Isn't that the most beautiful?
Be good now, Mrs. Beale. You take care of yourself.
Last time I performed the song, when was it? Can't remember. Summertime, I think. The garden was in bloom. The lawn, it was teeming with people. I was in fine voice, I know that. Each note a clarion, pure as Venetian glass. Oh, bravo! Bravo, encore! The occasion. What was it? The old woman, she can't recall.
No one could compete against Mrs. Beale in gold. No one in the world. Imagine worrying about anything when you have a talent like that.
Dreams never do. I will be ever true. Will you? You're singing it incorrectly. Very ugly. Always must do everything correctly. Oh, don't say through like that. We're not Czechoslovakian. You see, she knows she sings so badly she has to wiggle about 20 times to every note to distract you people, because she really can sing it right. Oh no, you're way off the beat there. Go to the bottom of the class. Don't make funny faces. Everything's perfectly disgusting on account of you. Will you get me my little radio, please? I've got to have some professional music. Oh, Edie, I can't take it. I'm your mother. Remember me. Stop it, will you? I want my little radio. Stop it.
I stood for you all these years.
Well, of course you did. You'd no place else to go.
Not true, kid. I was headed to the White House
Oh, Edie.
with Mr. Joseph Patrick Kennedy.
Pick up a fresh paper. That's yesterday's news.
He was simply keen for me, but you got rid of him because he came from a celebrated family.
I did no such thing.
Mother didn't want me to have anyone who was decent.
That's the
you
way. Pin it
understand?
all on Mama.
15 minutes, that's all it took.
You didn't need me for that.
15 minutes and poor
You did that all by yourself.
Poor Joseph Kennedy was out the door.
You scared him off, a good sister.
I think she's very mean to me.
Oh, she's just acting all over the place.
I think you were very cruel.
Edie, really, this is too much.
I think Mother was very cruel to drive my only beau away.
I didn't want my child to be taken from me. I'd be entirely alone.
I never had a minute's fun. Not a minute.
You had your chance all those years in New York.
You pressured me to come home, so I did. I got on the train and I came back.
No, that's not what happened.
You made me leave the barbers
You've been there
on.
long enough.
But I was getting my big chance.
You're getting lines in your face.
I was getting my big audition in 1952.
Oh, you were not.
I was gonna get
No,
it.
you didn't.
You made me come home.
Damn it, woman. worry the way you did. I had a very good man to take care of me.
No one took care of you. Only I took care of you.
I never had any words with Mr. Beale at all.
And I took care of this damn house for 24
Mr.
years.
Beale got his Mexican divorce. I wanted him to come home. I wrote him a letter on engraved stationery and I told him all was forgiven. And he was coming out here back to Great Islands.
My father was
So we
alive.
could
I'm
have
scared to
families,
death
other
of him.
families.
I didn't need him here all
But
the
Edie
time.
said no.
Shouting
She
at
said
me.
she'd leave the
Take
house
off
forever.
that lipstick.
Just imagine.
Wash
She
off
said
that
she couldn't
perfume.
believe it. Mr.
How
Beale
dare you
came
wear
back to
high
Great
heels?
Islands. She
I
had
didn't
to
need the
believe it.
aggravation, the humiliation.
Tell the truth, Edie.
I knew if Mr. Beale came back, I'd never find a man.
That's not the reason.
I never get married.
But that's not it at all.
Mother, please.
Edie.
He would have me committed.
You needed to come home.
Your radio. What a darling.
From the world-famous Marble Collegiate Church, it's time for the Positive Prayer Hour with Dr. Norman Vincent Peake.
Harsh winter weather, mansions we build, highways have potholes, and milk will be spilled. Does your cup runneth half empty or filled? One simple principle makes you invincible. Choose to be happy. Happy, happy. Choose to be happy. Happy, happy. Make that the motto
Evening, Miss Beale. The privet's all cut. I'm done for the day. You all right, Miss Beale? Are you going somewhere? Hey, that's something new. That's different. Well, good. Yeah, you're smart to bundle up. It's supposed to get real chilly tonight. Yeah, you can feel it in the air already. Miss Beale, do you need me to walk you down to the bus station or call you a taxi or something?
Oh, no, thank you. I've got it all under control. I'm very organized.
All right. Evening, Miss Beale.
Oh, to wake the whole neighborhood?
Oh, Edie. Wouldn't you like a nice cup of soup right now? Wouldn't a cup of soup right now be the most extraordinary thing?
Well,
With some oyster crackers. Wouldn't it be too divine? Have a cup of soup with your mother, won't you?